I created a beautiful recipe box using the explosion box from scrapbook.com. This turned out so fun and it was really easy to put together. Hey everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome to my channel and thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. Let's open up this box. Don't cut the ribbon because you can put that on after depending on how you decorate it. I was not able to put the ribbon back on. I guess I probably could loosely, but I ended up decorating it really nicely, and so it probably would have been a little bit hard. But you're going to open it up and you have a little box inside, plus you have tons of other things that you can add to it. But here's your little compartments in each of those 4 areas. You have 3 little, I'm going to call them little envelope pieces. And then you have these little pieces here that you can add inside of this, just tucking them away. I'm sure you could glue some of these to the front of one of those little envelope panels inside, but I'm just going to quickly go through these. You get a couple of each. Some of them are, you just get one of each. I am going to show you which one I am adding inside of this for this little recipe box. My idea was this would be a great gift to give somebody who, even like a college student who's going away, maybe put some of their favorite recipes in here, decorate it in something that they like. What a sweet gift. Or a friend maybe that's moving away, or, you know, mother to child, grandmother to grandchild, something like that. I'm going to be using this last one here. I just thought the accordion style was so cute, and I will show you what I'm going to be adding to that. Then I am using the Home Baker, some of the Home Baker collection from Prima Marketing. This is their 6x6 paper that I'm going to be using. I did use a lot of this paper. It's so cute. It has, I am not really like a cutesy person, but I really thought this was beautiful, and I did think the little mice were really darling, but I loved the paper. I loved that it had a lot of kitchen things. Again, this is the Home Baker collection, so it has a lot of baking things, which is perfect, obviously, for a recipe box that we are creating today. Then there are some ephemera pieces. I believe you get 60 in this one. Just tons of cute little baking images, little signs, things that say, you know, homemade or cookies or recipe. Just darling little things that I am going to be adding to my box here. You guys, this is really easy to put together, and it went fairly quick. Then you have these ephemera flowers here. I think you get 32 in there. They're so pretty, and then I'm using those beautiful 3D flowers. So I'm starting with a piece of that pattern paper, and I'm just tracing the top of my box with a pen, with a pencil, and I'm going to trim it slightly smaller than where I traced it because I don't mind seeing the Kraft around the box, the Kraft color of the box around the edges. So I'm going to trim that down. I do trim it down a little bit smaller. Then I have my side pieces that are going to go on the sides of my box. Now I am gluing my paper on with the lid on because I don't want to slide the lid over paper because I think that's just going to make it lift. So the measurements that I did for the sides of the box itself are 2 3/4 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. I'm doing some tape runner and some liquid glue. And I also wanted to mention, and this is just going to be while supplies last, today when this video comes out, I know that scrapbook.com is having a bundle deal on their explosion box, on their, if you went to their YouTube channel and watched their current live, they will have that, but that's only going to be while supplies last. So if you watch this video later, that deal won't be there. Then for the sides of the lid, it's 1.5 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. And I just trimmed these papers down again from that 6x6, the Homemaker paper pad. Just different little pieces. Some of these have recipes on them. Just really cute images. Let's glue the top to our box on here. Most of this is going to be covered up with that ephemera and flowers, but I wanted a nice base to start with, obviously. Then I added some of these ephemera pieces, and some of it is taller. I'm going to trim that off. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you all 4 sides of this. I will show you all 4 sides of the box because I forgot to hit record. But it's just really finding some of these ephemera pieces. I put flowers on each side and then some of those baking images on each side. So every side has some of those pieces, but I'll show you here really quick. Just cute, like that says cookies. Those flowers are so pretty. We have a rolling pin that says with love. I love that. So I'm just going to trim those little excess pieces off with my brand new titanium scissors. You guys, I love them. And now let's decorate the top of this box. I am going to use a little bit of foam adhesive on the top because you guys know how much I love dimension, and it was a struggle to not put dimension on the rest of everything else. I just really wanted to make sure things weren't going to fall off the sides, so I only did it on the top of the box. So some foam adhesive, I think this was my 2mm foam adhesive. I'm going to add my flowers to the top of that, and then I have some of my cute little ephemera pieces. Some of them will be popped up with foam adhesive, some of them won't. This says recipe. Then I have some piping bag and some other little pieces that we're going to pop in place. I'm going to lay that over those flowers. I'm going to slide that right underneath that. And on the top of the box, I didn't mind that things hung over the edge. I was still able to put the lid on, take the lid off without it being a problem. So let's get these guys glued on. This was just really a ton of trimming paper and gluing things down. Like this was not hard. It was quite relaxing. This is something that you could easily do just sitting in front of your TV, like really, because if you just get everything kind of trimmed up, you know your measurement, you're just going to trim everything else up, and then you're just going to go through these beautiful ephemera pieces and just glue them on. Like it just was, at first it felt like a big daunting task, but it ended up not being, and I actually got through this way quicker than I thought I was going to. So it turned out very, very lovely. I'm going to use those little tiny flowers there as well. I'm going to glue these guys down with some liquid glue. Hot glue would also work. Put those guys in place. And then I'm going to tuck in some of those little flowers. Add glue to the end. They have a little bit of wire at the end, and then tuck those guys in and around some of those flowers. And at the bottom, I just thought it would be pretty to bring down some of those flowers. Then the inside of this box, the little envelope pieces that I'm talking about, the front one is the smallest and they get a little bit bigger as you go backwards, but I just kept these pieces all the same size. It really didn't matter to me because the size difference wasn't that much. So these measured 4.5 inches tall by 3 3/4 inches wide. I did these for the front envelopes. I did it for the middle envelope, which I did not show on camera because it's just the same thing of gluing these guys down. And then I'll show you what I did for the back envelope. I did that one differently by just adding ephemera pieces. But you can see this is really easy just to put in and glue. I didn't do anything on the side pieces that look like a little heart almost. But you definitely could add stuff to that. I think that would be really cute too. So let's finish that one there. And like I said, I did this same thing, that same measurement for the second envelope in the back. And then, let's go back to the outside. I wasn't quite sure yet what I was going to do on the back envelope. So this outside here, I am going to add my ephemera pieces. This is exactly what I did with the lid. Only this time I want to make sure that nothing is going up past the paper really, because again, I don't want my lid to hit that and work the paper loose. But look at some of these cute images and these beautiful flowers. I love that wooden spoon. I think it's so cute. That cute little apron. And I'm just kind of working around the image on the paper with that tiny little mouse. Then this one has all those fun recipes. I just think this is so much fun. What an easy way to decorate this, having these kind of beautiful images. I just think this turned out so nice. Let me tuck this guy behind that mixer. I'm going to flip that over. We've got the flowers here. We've got that cute little rolling pin. And I think that says homemade or with love, one of the two. Nope, that says homemade. Let's do our last side here. I added that stuff there, and I'm just going to add some flowers at the top, and I am going to put that aside to dry. Now let's get back to the inside of this, because I was thinking about it. Here's the ephemera pieces that I'm going to add on that very back piece. I thought this is just something different. It doesn't have to be the same thing on each one of those little envelopes, but that's where I'm thinking you could slide your recipes in. And I know that on scrapbook.com there is a lot of recipe cards. I think scrapbook.com themselves has like a stamp and die thing, like it's a little bundle together that you can create your own recipe cards and tuck them into those little envelopes. I think that would just be so perfect. Let's put those in place. And then I'll show you with that a little accordion thing. On my desk, I forgot that I had some little journaling cards from the Home Baker collection until I was taking photos of this box, and I turned around and went, oh yeah, I have those. And so then I will show you what I did with those. Let's add some of those ephemera pieces to the front and second envelope section. I don't want to cover up all of those images. I just want to add some things to it because I chose these front images from the pattern paper specifically because it had so many like kitchen type pictures, and I don't want to cover all of that up. So I'm just going to add some things to it. And I think it turned out really, really cute. I'm not someone who really does things with ephemera, but I'm definitely going to start now because this was really fun and easy just to layer things. And yeah, it turned out really, really cute. So if I can do this, you guys can do this for sure. And then I'm going to do it on that back layer, keeping it super simple. The second layer that has the pattern paper, I did not really do kitchen images, so this I can cover up anywhere. That piece right there, I literally glued upside down. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. You're not even gonna know. And I thought that paper was really pretty with all of those beautiful flowers on there. Just absolutely stunning. I love this Home Baker collection. I think that Prima did such a good job, and it's so pretty, and it has cute elements, but it is really pretty at the same time. Okay, let's finish up this last guy here. I actually only added one thing because it just was so pretty by itself. I didn't need to add anything else. Here are those journaling cards that I found on my desk. And so this accordion piece that I showed you at the beginning, I think this would be really cute to add recipes to. But these little journaling cards have cute little messages. It actually had a chart, your like conversion chart, which every person needs. I have one in my kitchen and I bake all the time. So I think it's a good thing. It had cute little messages. It had a cookie recipe on it. So on the front of this, I'm going to put all of these little cards because I think this is just a fun thing to look through. And then on the back of it, you could add your own little cards with recipes on it. So I think this would be an additional thing that would be darling to add in this recipe box. So I'm just going to glue these down. There is that little conversion chart. It's so darling. And it said, one of them says something like, you can't be sad when you're eating a cookie, which is true. And it says something about loving chocolate, which is true. And then the front says, with love. And so, yeah, just very personal. I mean, you could add pictures in this of you and the person you're giving it to, baking and cooking. You know, it really could be a sweet, sentimental thing. But there, add the recipes on the back. And then let's take a look at this box up close so you can get the lid on easy. Look at how pretty that turned out. I love all these colors too. Kind of blue greens, a little bit muted. Each side just looks so, so pretty. You have a lot of stuff going on. And then we can open this up and we'll take a look inside. And see, this can just fit inside. That was before I decorated it. You can just fit that inside. It can fit in the center standing up. You can just pop it right in there. Cute, cute. So let's just look at each one of those layers. And you could decorate the back. And then again, that's where you could slide in your recipe cards. I just think these turned out so cute and very pretty. Again, I think all of this stuff is so pretty. And just think about all the different surfaces that you can continue to decorate in this. I think it's really fantastic. So that you can just pop in, close this up. We're just going to pop that lid right back on. It's really easy to put back on. And that is finished. I love how this turned out. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a really wonderful day.